1168 days selling holding, Fingrid sitting at 70, which is greed, and Bitcoin is currently trading at the 99.3k. For the last 4 weeks, since the highest point, since the all-time high, the current all-time high, which was 108k, we had a correction and been trading for the last 4 weeks in range of 190k zone, kind of in this range. In the last couple of hours, we had the inflation data, and it was pretty good. When it comes to the general CPI, it was nothing new. Consensus was 2.9 and forecast was 2.9, and we went 2.9. But the core inflation, the previous was 3.3, and the consensus was 3.3, but we went kind of below 3.2. So it was pretty bullish on that matter because forecast and consensus was higher. Also, the bank reports quarterly, so it was pretty good, as they saying, as banks are saying that earnings are pretty positive. So we got core inflation and bank reports, 2 positive things, and general CPI at the range of consensus. So yeah, we got 2 positive datas that went in a recent couple hours, and because of that, S&P went 1.5, roughly 2% plus, and obviously Bitcoin is correlating. I would say the whole financial sector is correlating with that surge. By the way, in a recent couple of weeks after the correction, right, from the all-time high, mostly Bitcoin was dominating when it comes to the dominance, was eating some portion of altcoin dominances. But on the current surge, after the inflation data, you can see that the whole crypto market is surging. Even altcoins are pretty positively reacting to this. CPI data report was the next report. That is the closest one. It would be in 2 weeks. Yeah, in 2 weeks it would be the FOMC decision on interest rates. Probably would be another rate cut, because you can see that inflation is slowing down. So that would be pretty logical to have another rate cut. The previous was 25 basis point, before there was another 25, then 50. So maybe it would be another 25 rate cut. We'll see. Who knows? But most definitely there will be another rate cut, because you'll see that inflation is slowing down. The core even went below the expectation, which is pretty nice. Bank reports are positive, right? CPI at the consensus. So everything is looking pretty nice, right? So yeah, in general, everything is looking promising, which is great, which is what we love to see. So let's go back to the Bitcoin. What was the previous event? Important one was the election, right? We're not over with this event because we got the beginning of election, kind of the decision who's going to be the next president, and inauguration, because the current election is pretty wild, you know. We got some assassination attempts, not even once, you know, multiple ones. So yeah, it's pretty, the current election is pretty wild. So the next event for a Bitcoin, because you'll see you can see that the election, the beginning of election was the beginning of the bull cycle, right? As soon as Donald Trump won, Bitcoin started surging. So the finish of this event would be inauguration, right? So obviously we're hoping that it would be smooth, stable, nothing will happen, and everything would be as it was in a previous inauguration. So the inauguration should happen in the next 5 days. In 5 days we should see that Donald Trump becoming officially a president of US. It would be a first pro-Bitcoin US president. It would be first US president that was on Bitcoin event. Yeah, when he was preaching. The first US president that has crypto projects. You know, in general, pro-Bitcoin president would be great. So we're also waiting for inauguration. Hoping everything will be stable. We don't need no black swans. But considering that so much happened, I don't think the swan would be black. The swan would be that unexpected. So that would be not that black swan. But still, you know, we don't need no stuff like that. So yeah, the closest event would be inauguration after the FOMC decision on interest rates. Would be technically in next 2 weeks, right? 5 days for inauguration, 2 weeks for FOMC decision. And then we'll see what's gonna be the next for the Bitcoin after that. Maybe we're gonna continue the surge, maybe the new all-time high. What's the consensus on a Bitcoin? You know, you can see some wild numbers, like half of the million, quarter of a million. Like, relax with that. Okay, let's stick to the market cap. That's a 2 trillion market cap. You know, it's not easy to move. Let's be real. So 2x from the previous all-time high of a bull cycle, from previous bull cycle. The highest point was 69k, was the all-time high in the previous bull cycle. So the 2x would be 140k roughly. So I would say conservative all-time high range for the current bull cycle would be 140k range, somewhere in this range. Like some aiming for more round number, like 150k. But it's usually below, like, because for example in the previous bull cycle it was not 70k, it was 69k, like 1k below the round number. So I would say 140k is pretty good aim if you're aiming for some specific number, right? The current all-time high is 108k. It's not that far away from 140, so again, and also we got plenty of time, right? In March, middle of March would be technically the middle of bull cycle if you're gonna look at the previous bull cycles, right? Where's the beginning of the surge? Where's the end of the surge? Where's the beginning of the correction? Crypto winter, halving, etc., etc. So right now, the middle of March would be the middle of bull cycle. After that, it's up to you to decide where you're gonna start taking profits. What's gonna be your decision there? But again, don't be don't be attached to the news and stuff like that, because you know a lot of noise, a lot of chaos usually happens at above the all-time high. When Bitcoin is going to the all-time high and surging, you know, a lot of noise usually is distracting you from your decisions. So again, have some strategy, be prepared, know how cycles of a Bitcoin works, right? So yeah, for that matter, right now waiting for inauguration, 5 days, 2 weeks FOMC decision on interest rate, then middle of March, and then probably I would be making another episode. I don't see no point of making new episode till the March unless we're gonna see some black swan, which obviously we don't want to see, because probably it would be involved with the inauguration. But again, Donald Trump is pro-Bitcoin, and we don't want to lose pro-Bitcoin president. All I want to say, right? His Bitcoin is reacting pretty nicely to him, so we want to stick to that. So let's go to the other altcoins, which I guess the only that people are watching would be Ethereum, because some people saying that Ethereum will have a second breath, Ethereum will have like second chance or whatever, but you know, we're still waiting for it all-time high for Ethereum, and you know, it's currently, what is that, 30% below all-time high. Still nothing for Ethereum. I don't know, Bitcoin is still pushing Ethereum dominance down, right? BTC dominance currently sitting at 58%. Ethereum dominance is bleeding, 11.8%, right? So yeah, I don't hold no Ethereum. I used to trade Ethereum Bitcoin pair, like was playing with the dominances like a year ago, even more, I would say even more than a year ago, when it was volatile, right? I was playing volatility, but I never was attached to the Ethereum. You can call me a Bitcoin maxi, but how can you say you're a Bitcoin maxi when you're trading Bitcoin, right? With the altcoin pair, it's not that maxi of a move. But still, yeah, Ethereum is definitely bleeding. Ethereum dominance is definitely bleeding compared to the Bitcoin. So yeah. So again, 5 days till the inauguration. Hope everything will be fine, and we'll see continuation of a surge, continuation of a bull cycle. Maybe we'll go another try above the 108k towards the 140k. That would be great. So yeah, until that, to the moon, to the moon, to the moon. And by the way, Happy New Year. Yeah, oh, I forgot. The New Year, the Lunar New Year, which is Chinese New Year or Asian New Year or lunar calendar, whatever you call it. So we got, so it would be in, wait, I'm pretty sure in the same day as the FOMC decision. Yep. So the lunar New Year by the lunar calendar would be in the same day as the next FOMC decision on interest rate. So that would be also double important date, because usually, you know, I mean, pretty much we're talking about the whole Asian market, right? Asian market in a crypto is really big. Asian presence, or whatever you call it. And, you know, they really paying attention to their own holidays and stuff like that. and it's pretty visible in previous times that it was happening. For example, what was the name of the, let me find it. It was some month, I forgot what was the month. Ghost month. So the ghost month was like again Asian thing, part of the Asian culture, and it was really correlating with the Bitcoin. So I think the new year by the lunar calendar would be correlating with the Bitcoin, especially if it's in the same day with the FOMC decision, right? So it's the double event, pretty important. So again, 5 days till the inauguration, 2 weeks till the FOMC decision and the lunar new year, and then the middle of bull cycle, which is the middle of March. Yeah, these 3 events, pay attention to these 3 events, and possible black swan if something will happen. Again, nobody expects the black swan, nobody knows how exactly it will happen, but that's the whole point of black swan, it's unexpected. So yeah, if there will be no black swans, most likely in the middle of March I would be making another episode. So yeah, finally again, until to the moon. 18 minutes, 17. So yeah, to the moon.